Hello children, I welcome you all once again to your English class. I hope you all are doing well. Children, for today's English lesson, we are going to continue with the 9th chapter from your honeysuckle book, and this chapter is Desert Animals. Now previous video lesson, I had started this chapter with the first animal, the rattlesnake. We had seen that there are almost 2,300 different kinds of snakes found all over this world, and we had seen rattlesnake was one of them. So in the rocky deserts of America, we see that it's mentioned there that this place in the rocky desert of America, we see that there is this snake which actually which produces rattle. Rattle means it's a very harsh sound, and when it moves its tail, okay, that sound is produced due to it. Okay, so we had seen this rattler usually avoids people, it doesn't want to come in contact with the people, but what actually it will give signals so that the people around him can notice that he is around and they shouldn't come close. But if they still do, then the rattlesnake in its defense can do what? Can feel threatened and it will be ready to bite. Okay, now I told you, like most snakes, it hears things through vibration in the ground. Yes children, so these animals, snakes, they are reptiles, right? So they are in very much close contact with the ground. They are always crawling, so because of that, and they cannot hear any sound, they feel the vibration. If you want to go close to it, if you want to go closer to it, it will hear that vibration, okay, and it will understand that you are approaching it. Okay, but if the same person were to shout, it would not hear a thing. Okay, so if you do not move and if you're shouting, they are not able to hear it. The snakes are not able to hear any sound of human beings, like if they're shouting, if they're speaking, they won't be able to hear. But if you make any movement with your legs or with anything, they will be able to hear that and sense it through the vibration of the ground. Okay, now rattlesnakes are very common and widespread animals living right across the American continent from Canada to Argentina. They feed on a variety of prey. So what is their feed? What do they eat? Okay, they feed on mice, voles, rats, chipmunks and many other small animals. Rattlesnakes kill their prey with venom. Okay, how do they kill? Venom means poison, okay, the poison that they possess. Like all snakes, they swallow the unfortunate animals whole. So you might be knowing this, I think you know it, that snakes eat or take in the whole food together. Okay, they do not bite or they do not cut into pieces. They take the their prey as whole. Okay. Few snakes have to eat more than once a week, and some, such as the larger pythons, can survive for a year or more without eating. So you see that some animals, the larger ones which feed on these animals, like small animals or larger animals, they can stay without food for almost an year. For a year, okay? Now see, mongooses like to hunt together, but they always keep a lookout for dangerous predators nearby. So now we are moving to another animal, the mongooses. Okay, so the mongooses like to hunt together. They always are in group and they will be looking for their prey in a group only. Now, but they always keep a lookout for dangerous predators nearby. So yes, they will be always careful and they will be looking out. Looking out means they will be careful, actually. Careful with what? Careful if there is no predator around them. Yes, because they are also small animals. Larger animals can eat them as well. So they are very much careful. Poking their nose into holes, overturning rocks with their paws, and scratching the ground with their sharp claws. Banded mongooses are very amusing animals to watch. So what will they do? They poke. Poke means it's usually which action? That means they will be pushing the ground, okay? Pushing the soil. They will make holes, okay? They will poke, that means they will push their nose into holes, overturning rocks with their paws. So they will overturn. Overturn means roll. They will roll the rocks with their paws. Paws is this one. And scratching the ground with their sharp claws. So they scratch also. Scratch means scraping, like it's like this. They use their paws and they scratch the ground. Now, and they have this pointed nail like hand, obviously hand, and they will have this pointed and sharp nails in the paws. So with their claws, banded mongooses are very amusing. Okay, banded means having stripes. So the mongooses which have stripe on their body are very amusing according to the writer. Yes. A common sight in many parts of Africa, they travel in groups of about 20 to forage for beetles, millipedes and other small creatures. So this is very rare sight. This is a rare sight that you can see in Africa actually. In Africa you will see that they are always traveling in a group to hunt which animals? Like some insects like beetles, millipedes and other small creatures. They like to hunt together, keeping in touch whenever they go out of sight behind rocks or bushes by twittering and calling. So they are always going to hunt. They are always going to look for their prey in group. If they are lost or if they are secluded from the group, if they are separated from the group, they use their sound. They will call out or they will start twittering to call out and to stay in contact with the other mongooses. Always on the lookout for danger, like hawks, eagles and large snakes. They warn one another with a special alarm call if they spot anything suspicious. So mongooses have this alert sound which they produce whenever there is some danger spotted. So if they find that anything is dangerous, they are going to do what? They are going to make an alert call. They will produce some sound which will alert all the other mongooses. Okay. Mongooses are famous for being able to kill snakes without getting hurt themselves. Yes, so you might have heard, mongooses are the named. You might have heard about the enmity between these two, right? Between the snakes and mongooses. So mongooses are famous because they can stay very much guarded and safe even when they have the potential to kill the snakes. Okay, their reactions are so fast that they can dodge each time the snake strikes. Yes, the mongooses respond to all the strike made or all the attempt made by the snakes very quickly. Okay, in this way, what happens? In this way, they can save themselves from the strike, from the poisonous strike of the snakes. Okay, now see here, they continually make a new sense of themselves until for a while when the snake gets tired, they quickly dive in for the kill. Yes, they want to make the snakes tired. That's why they keep on hopping here and there until the snake will be fed up with this process and it will be tired. And after it is tired, it will dive in for the easy kill. Okay, then it will kill the snake. All the female mongooses have their kitten at about the same time. So they have this kitten all about the same time. They will be obviously producing babies. Now they are raised by the whole group in a den made inside an old termite mound or hollow log. So where do they give birth to their kittens? There will be this den in which they are going to give, and it will be an old termite. Termite is like dimak. Okay, termite will be there, and which is the white ant we know. Okay, so the white ants make this mount, hip like thing, tila, or you can say whatever it's called. Now, or in the empty logs are like hollow. You see, you might have seen some pieces of wooden log. Okay, wooden cylindrical shape, and inside it's hollow, it's empty. They can give their kittens there also. Okay, now when most of the adults are out looking for food, one or two males stay behind to stand guard until the others return for the night. So how are the kittens guarded? How are the babies guarded? How it is guarding the kitten in the den? So when everyone, means all the mongooses are out for hunting, one or two male mongoose will stay back and they will safeguard the others. Okay. Now, another animal which lives in the desert is the camel. So, this is the most common animal it is the commonest animal that you may have heard that stays in the desert. You might have heard about it a lot of times, the sheep of the desert. Camels were first domesticated by people many thousands of years ago. In the wild, camels usually live in small groups of up to 30 animals. Camels have long, shaggy winter coats to keep them warm and shorter, tidier coats in the summer to keep cool. Okay, a thirsty camel can drink as much as 30 gallons of water. So if they're thirsty, okay, actually you might know that the camel stores its food in the hump, okay, the hound that is there on top of its back. So camels, when it's thirsty, it can drink up to 30 gallons of water. That means it's huge amount, right? Now, that's about 500 full glasses. You can imagine, right? Like 500 full glasses it can drink in just 10 minutes. Normally, however, it gets all the moisture it needs from desert plants and can survive up to 10 months without drinking any water at all. So after drinking the water, it survives on the desert plants only. It gets most of its water from the desert plants. Okay, and it can survive for how many months? It can survive about 10 months at a stretch without drinking water. Now, let's see this one. There are two different kinds of camel. One, known as the dromedary, has only a single hump. You may have seen children, especially in like documentaries or in movies or in Discovery Channel, one camel is with only one hump, right? And some camels have two humps. Okay, so one is the dromedary with only one hump, single hump. The other is called a Bactrian camel and has two humps. The humps help the animal to survive in the desert by acting as storage containers. Okay, in that their food is stored. Now, but they don't store water as many people wrongly believe. They are full of fat. Okay, so the hump has what? Has fat, and most of the energy that we humans and animals get is from fat only. So these two humps store what? They store fat. This fat nourishes the camel when food is scarce. So when the food, when they do not feed or when the food is really less or little, so it can help them to survive, the food or the fat that is stored in the humps. Now, if there has nothing to eat for several days, their humps shrink as the fat is used up. So you may see that if they have nothing to eat for several days, okay, they are without food. So this fat, which is working as the storage container, it will shrink. It will minimize in size. Okay, it will minimize in size. Now, there are many other ways in which camels are adapted to desert life. Their mouths are so tough that even the sharp thorn cannot pierce through. Yes, their mouth is very thick. Okay, it's very broad, it's very thick and very tough. The thorns, the cactus plants, you see the plants mostly found in the desert area is thorny because plants want to save its water. So if there would be broad leaves, the water will evaporate through transpiration, right children? So to save it from that, most of the desert plants have thorns in it. Yes. So this way we see that it's protected. Okay. Now see, there is this passage for comprehension and you have the question answers which follow. We can at least start doing it. First, let me finish the meanings. In this video lesson, I am going to finish the meanings of this chapter. Number 1. Survive. Survive means keep alive. Number 2. Gurgles. A kind of rodent. Number 3. Coping with. Dealing with. Number 4. Trickle. Fall slowly. Number 5. Dotted. Marked. Number 6. Rattle. Harsh sound. Number 7. Strike. Attack or bite. Number 8. Rattler or snake. Number 9. Intruder. One who is coming close, actually coming near without permission. Number 10. Wolves. Wolves means rats. Then I'm writing it here. 11. Chipmunks. Squirrels. Number 12. Venom. Venom is poison. Number 13. Forage. Look for. Number 14. Poking. Poking means pushing. Number 15. Dodge. Trick to give a slip. Give a slip. Number 16. Hollow. To having an empty space. Or hole inside. Okay. So, we are doing only these words. Okay. Holes. Okay, children, please copy it. And with this, we are done with the chapter. We are done with the meanings of the chapter. In our next video lesson, we are going to write the question answers. Okay, children. We will meet again in the next video lesson. Till then, please take care of yourself and your family.